apparently Putin has responded. Again, I don't know how much of this is true. This is very brief. It doesn't say much, but I'll play it anyway. Actually, I'll read it because it's in Russian. So I'll turn the sound down and just read what he's saying here. It says America wants to destroy Israel. Says as we destroy Ukraine in pass. I am warning America. Russia will help Palestine, and America can do nothing. And it loops back. Like I said, I don't know how much of this is how recent this is, but this is like it just was tweeted out about 5 minutes ago. I don't know what that would mean that he's going to help Palestine. Do you think it's helping Palestine in a way that the United States is helping Ukraine with weapons or some sort of intelligence? Had either of you heard of that? At Putin making a statement about
the only
this?
thing I've heard, I'm looking for the receipt right now, is that the Russian foreign minister, he, just like China, they were calling for immediate ceasefire and de-escalation, which is a contrast, right? Because as you have United States officials, EU officials calling for, they're saying that Israel had the right to defend themselves, which essentially them winking and nodding at war. Despite the West saying that, what I heard, Russia was saying that they want de-escalation. I'm out searching to see if I can find some receipts that back that up. I don't have anything to say, but I did see some receipts where they had their statement that was calling for peace. Fiorella,
I haven't seen. Yeah, I haven't seen this anywhere, but it wouldn't surprise me that Putin would say something.
Oh wow! So I actually
I was
not
gonna.
see
Somebody
saying. So I think this is what you talking about, CJ.
Yeah, go ahead, put that up there.
Oh, sorry. Let me put. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I think this.
No,
is
I was just gonna say some people in the comments are
this.
saying that this could be fake or the mistranslation. So I'm just putting that out there. Again, this is just breaking, so I didn't know.
Yeah, well, what I do want to say though, I did a look, I did a search. That is the talking point coming from the West right now, guys. So whether it's true or not, they're going with this. Because look at this tweet here I found while I was quickly digging this up. It's being reported that Russia is handing over American-made weapons to Hamas militants as a way to try and discredit Ukraine and America. If true, this means Russia should be viewed as an ally of Hamas terrorists. I call fucking bullshit. Now, look at my position always when I first hear news is whatever the West is saying, I assume it's not true until proven otherwise. So this directly contradicts what the Russian interior minister said. So that's why I don't believe it. Do you have any reaction to this? So this is what CJ was talking about, if you guys. I just now reading up on this as well. Go ahead, Fiorella.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick. So Russia is extremely diplomatic. They will never take a side on this, at least not right now. They have said just like the same thing China said, we want peace, we want a ceasefire, blah, blah, blah. And Russia will always go with what the UN charter says. So if the UN says, let's seize, let's have a ceasefire, Russia will say that. This is something that is criticized by some Russians because they sometimes are overly diplomatic with the West, but their stance is going to follow what the UN says. I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised Putin would say something, but I don't think he'd say something as like, we will help Palestine and nobody can do anything about it. It doesn't sound like something that he would say that would be diplomatic enough because they have a relationship with Israel. Russia, especially the foreign ministry, has a relationship with Israel, and the sentiment in Russia is really divided between how people feel. The majority of people support the existence of Palestine. They support that Palestine should be a state. But unfortunately, Russia, like China, like pretty much every other country except every world leader, has called for a two-state solution because that's what the UN is pushing for. That's what everybody's pushing for. Obviously, I'm not for a two-state solution because I don't think it's possible with Israel existing. You can't exist with an apartheid state, and Israel's going to continue expanding. But the UN and everybody else says we want a two-state solution. So their whole thing is, no, we want a peace. We want to find a way to de-escalate. I think Maria Zaharova, who's a Russian foreign ministry spokesperson, she said, peace can never come until Palestine is free, and they go back to the, I think, 76 or 79, one of those borders. So they want to go back to those borders. They're saying that Palestine should have its own land, but they are not for a one state solution. So just to clarify that bit, and this whole thing, by the way, about bringing in Iran and bringing in Russia, that's predictable, right? Of course, this is exactly perfect for them to do that, because Iran has already supported Palestine. So they say, oh, Iran supports Hamas terrorists. Oh, and Iran and Russia have a relationship that is a very military based relationship, right? So that means that Putin and Iran are conspiring against the US. So this is what they want to get to. And if they do something stupid, like try to escalate this conflict, then we could see another World War III. In fact, we can see a World War III at any given moment, whether it happens in Ukraine or Russia or the Middle East at this point. It's a really scary time.
Yeah, we were just talking about this before you joined, how it's crazy how, like, all these conflicts I've been covering for a long time, they reaching, I wouldn't even say climax yet, but they're reaching like this boiling point. Like almost like this conclusion that we've been waiting for a long time. Like this war with China is coming. Like the war with Russia they've been waiting for a long time, it's here. And now this conflict between Israel and Palestine is happening